Hi, in this video we will talk about mindful acceptance. What is mindful acceptance? One of the main component of mindfulness is accepting your thoughts and emotion as it is without judging them either good or bad, and also trying not to change or resist them, because the more we will resist anything, the more worse it can get. And that's what mindful acceptance is. We all have many thoughts and emotions going in our brain all the time. Human brain has a tendency to cling to negative emotions, and that's why we tend to focus too much on negative emotions, and we get tangled into it, and we tend to ruminate on it. We tend to ruminate a lot on our negative emotions because that's how our brain is. We can have emotions like I am anxious, I am sad, I'm upset, I'm depressed, I'm anxious. We can have thoughts like this person does not like me, why I made this mistake, I'm not good at my job, or I am a failure, I'm not good looking, I will never get a date, no one likes me, and many other negative emotions and thoughts, because that's her mind how it is. We tend to have more negative thoughts in our mind throughout the day than positive thoughts. The problem with negative emotion and feeling is that our brain believe those, and because our brain believe it, so we tend to think and ruminate about it, because our brain is believing it, and then that's why we are believing it, and we tend to ruminate on it, and we tend to do things the way our brain tells us. Let's think about a time when you were in pain. The first thing that comes to our mind when we are in a pain or in any pain situation is, what did I do wrong? Why me? Why I should have been the one who should suffer from pain? Why I should be the one who should suffer from pain? I should be more careful. I should try to fix the problem. Fixing the problem is not a bad idea, but the problem is trying to avoid it in the future. Trying to run away from pain all the time is a problem. As we focus too much on avoidance, then we don't live a fulfilling life, or a life that is has a lot of opportunities, and we are always worried about catastrophic things happening in the future. Allowing painful or negative emotions and feeling in our life does not mean that we have decided that we are not going to do anything about it, or we are not going to take any action. It simply means that before we act on fixing the problem, we need to be aware of the problem first. We need to accept how things are, either good or bad. Observe the thing, observe the situation before acting on fixing the problem. The problem we have is we try to fix the problem, we try to judge the problem, we try to get upset why we have this problem, and then we try to avoid these things, and that cause problems in our life, because we are always looking for good things and we try to avoid bad things. Life is a combination of good and bad, so we cannot avoid bad things. Accepting means accept things, emotions, feelings without judging them in the moment, and not try to avoid or fight it or blame things. Once we will accept things, then we will be able to live a life fully, and we will be able to live in the moment rather than thinking too much about the future, too much about the past. A lot of time we tend to take action very quickly, or we tend to blame on us or people around us or the world. What acceptance does is it gives our brain some time to relax and not to take immediate action. It gives us that extra time so we can just accept how things are without judging them, without blaming anyone, and without acting on it. Just observe and accept the emotions or the feelings, and then take action When we accept our emotion as they are, then we don't get upset or frustrated, especially when we have to face painful emotions. So I hope I was able to clarify in this video that mindfulness acceptance does not mean that you have to suffer. It just means you have to accept things how they are, either good, bad, or neutral. We don't have to avoid these things. The problem comes that we try to avoid painful situation in our life, and we tend to ruminate that we will have some painful situation in our life, though a lot of time bad event does not happen, but we tend to ruminate on it a lot. What mindfulness acceptance tell us that whatever feeling emotion we have is to just face it, accept it, and don't judge it, don't get upset about it. And a lot of time these emotions, feelings will go away on its own. The more we will try to avoid it, the worse it will get. But if we will let it go, a lot of times you will see that these emotions, feelings will go on its own. And if it does not, then we need to problem solve. We need to figure out what can we do to manage these emotions, these feelings. Thanks for watching.